Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Otsego City Council meeting. Audra, tonight is Monday, February 10th. Can you have the record show that our city attorney is online, our city planners present, our city engineers present, along with all members, and our city administrator? At this time, I will ask you all to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first item this evening is our open forum. This is the portion of the meeting where you can come to the room, state your name and address, and limit comments to 5 minutes or less. Would anyone like to speak at this time? Okay. Seeing the one audience member shake his head no. We're good. All right, we'll move on to our agenda for approval. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add or delete at this time? Adam?
Nothing for me.
Okay.
Madam Mayor?
Oh, for Ryan. We'll go. You both said same. We'll go with Ryan and then we'll go with Corey.
Perfect. I move to approve the agenda as written.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay. Motion by Ryan, seconded by Michelle. Is there any discussion?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
am I able to pull 3.3?
To move it,
Yeah,
Bring it down.
to bring it down?
yeah.
And are you okay with that?
So I will amend my motion to bring down 3.3.
I second it.
Okay,
And you're okay with the amended.
you're okay with the amended motion? Okay.
100%.
So Audra, you have that reflected. All right. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on, consent agenda. A motion would be in order.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Ryan?
I move to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Ryan, seconded by Tina. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item under, we'll do 4.1, which was item 3.3.
Okay.
Corey?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just had a question, maybe to interpret the rules for special pay. I was looking back in some of the historical meeting minutes from when I was on before, and it seems to me like, and I'm not calling anybody out specifically, but that you are eligible to get special pay if you were an alternate for a subcommittee or commission, or the liaison. And if you were not eligible to get special pay for that. So I was just looking, the staff or the rest of the council, what your thoughts are on that.
I would agree with you, Corey. I have brought this up before. If you're not part of parks or a liaison, then I feel that you shouldn't special pay. You can join, you can come, but if you're not part of that, I don't feel that you should get special pay. My personal opinion.
That, I guess that's what my recollection was from before. I didn't know if the rules have changed or, I don't.
Madam Mayor, there is city code language around this, but ultimately it references that it needs to be placed on the agenda for council approval, and so staff really leaves this up to you to determine what should be applied for special meeting compensation or event attendance compensation. So there's the city code language, but staff puts it on the agenda usually as submitted by each of you, and you are the ones approving it. Look for direction from all of you on if you want city code to be modified, or if you want to just continue approving it, like you have been. So it's really up to the five of you.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I think just to be consistent with history, you know, the dollar amount hasn't changed in many, many years, and I think the rules there for a reason. I guess that's my take on it, you know, we're trying to do our best to, nobody's gonna make huge money in local government, and I just think we all need to be on the same playing field with that to start off with, you know, clean.
Mayor, I can add an agenda item to the special meeting on February 26th. That was kind of the council orientation discussion and is a topic for discussion if you want or general concurrence on what the city code says or what you want to authorize each of your council members to be compensated for. It might be a better avenue for discussion on the topic. So.
Is everyone good?
Madam Mayor, I think I can just say right now, because I know the only one that could be discussed right now is me, because I'm the only one that attends other commission meetings. And I put it on my time card because my understanding of precedent and code is that anytime a council member goes to a commission meeting, they are receiving information. They are representing the city, perhaps not as a liaison, but they are attending. And I have attended every commission meeting in person. I can remember instances in the past where members of the council have attended via Zoom and still put the charge on their timesheet. I don't think that's consistent, but I've approved it in the past. See why we would change it now. Just for the record, I clocked 1,091 hours last year working on city council business. For that, I was compensated around $6,000. So I'm making about $6 an hour. This is not anything. This is a following the policy, following the ordinance. And I believe that council members should be compensated for the work that they do.
So can I make another comment in regards to that then?
Mhm.
So what about council? And you put in your $45, you were the only one that did that. That is, I would disagree with that. We had something that evening in regards to that. In past years, we've had it on opposite evenings. So in regard to stated, I would neglect to say that council photos should be charged $45.
We've done that in the past.
It's usually a separate night from what I had asked Audra. And usually photos are a separate night from a meeting or anything else we have.
I'm not sure I'm following your point.
My point is, we're not doing, you're putting in for council photos when they're photos. You're not doing any work, you're getting photos done.
Okay, we had to arrive here early to take the photos. That was a special meeting. It had to be noticed.
I would agree that no one else put it on their time card.
I can recall we've done it in the past. Again, we're talking $45 here. The insinuation that I am somehow trying to get some extra money here, it's
Well, when you put down for every single thing that you attend, yeah, it does look that way.
I'm following the
Especially
ordinance.
council photos.
The ordinance says council members shall be paid. That's not an option.
Mayor, I still believe the point is better served as all getting on the same page and being consistent about what is applicable and what is not, and not about individual charges. So I think having a special meeting topic so that you five can have this conversation, and if so necessary, direct staff to either revise or keep city code the same. But the important piece is consistency in terms of what each of you are believing in, having conversation around that, and less so about the individual items.
Madam Mayor. Yeah, and it was no way to call out you, Ryan, or it's something I noticed over the past 3 or 4 years. And, stuff changed after COVID, rules got loose, of course, with Zoom, that was all new to us, so. Then I noticed and I brought up at the, administrative committee, subcommittee, as I noticed, so it's just kind of, for Michelle, she's new too, for us to all get on the same page. So,
And I have attended every single city council meeting, special meeting, subcommittee meeting, commission meeting, and I have done so in person.
and it's nothing to take away from the effort. Your effort's awesome. I'm just, not just you, I've noticed it.
Sure.
So,
I would tend to agree that I think we do need to get on the same page. I've talked to Audra about that before too. I think sometimes things were, when she's added the language where in the past, some things were not covered or they were covered, so. I don't think this should become a point of us fighting over agreeing to each other's time card. I think that seems a little silly too, so, having a discussion at our council workshop would make sense. And so maybe we approve our January time card till after we have that in place. There's nothing that says we have to do it tonight, correct?
Mayor, my interpretation would be it's up to, again, city code outlines that it should be approved by the city council. So if the city council wants to table action on that, I can do so.
What are everyone's thoughts?
I move to approve the city council special compensation for January 2025. If there are council members that think that I should not get paid for the work that I did, then they shouldn't my motion.
second,
Motion by Ryan, seconded by Corey. Is there any discussion?
Madam Mayor.
Yes, Corey?
Yeah, I think just to prove it, it's just kind of, out there that I think we need to discuss this, so. I think we should approve it.
Madam Mayor, I think we should not approve it and have our discussions because it's a good time to do that. It's the first of the year. It's the beginning of the year. And I think we should have that discussion for all of us to be on the same page moving forward.
I think as part of that discussion as well, we should probably maybe set some ground rules for when people do not attend meetings. And maybe we should pull back some of their compensation in that scenario.
I know, Ryan, that you don't work and others do, such as myself, and I know you're relying on me because I may not attend every council meeting. I do work full time, unlike yourself. So unfortunately, I can't attend every single council meeting. It's not because I don't do, it's I can't, I'm out of town. So I apologize for that, but that's where it's at.
I think this is better served that we talk about it. I mean, it seems like we have some strong opinions here. I do believe, if I look to Adam on this, that state statute, council attendance is different than our special pay, since this is, we don't approve the council that is just paid. And I can appreciate your comment, Ryan. I can appreciate all of the comments that we've had tonight. Right now we have a motion and we have a second. Said I also agreed that I think that this could be discussed, so it seems like if we're going to change some understanding of what the pay should be, then it seems silly to agree to pay this before we have all, I guess, agreed to what is said. And Ryan, you're seeing it one way. It sounds like, as Corey brought it up and Tina's comments, that you're not assigned something, should you be attending it or you can attend it, but should you be charging for it? I don't know. That's for all of us to decide and move forward. Do you have anything else, Adam?
Mayor, just one comment, I guess, that if there's to be a new standard or a new code language that would be applicable going forward, not to change past practice or attendance. So that's an opposite way to look at it, I guess.
Okay. Dave, you're online. Do you have any comments?
Well, I would agree with Adam in terms of if there's going to be some change to the understanding, or there was not a meeting of the minds previously, I guess I'd recommend that if this is just the January pay cards, that you probably approve those because that was on the previous understanding, and then any change going forward, everyone will be on the same page. So that's just my recommendation. Doesn't mean you have to do that. There is a motion and second to, I think, approve the January time cards. If you want to make a change to the policy after that, everyone would understand what that is and could adjust their time cards going forward.
Any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. And Adam, you will add that to our agenda for discussion.
Yes, Mayor, for February 26th with the meeting I was referencing.
All right. We are under city council reports and updates. Does anyone have anything?
Madam Mayor?
Yes, Cory.
I just wanted to let you know I had a chance, meet with Kurt and his crew and take a tour of the biosolids building. It was my first chance to see that. So I got the full grand tour. The smell wasn't the most pleasant thing in the world, but at certain points, but I was really, for the facilities and how everything was run. Appreciate Kurt and the guys showing that.
Kudos to the snow plow. I'm sure the guys were really excited to get out and use the plows this past weekend. I didn't get any emails, so we must not have hit any mailboxes.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Well, I guess I should say my email was down, and so I'm struggling in with new emails with the conversion. Maybe there's an email in there that
Be waiting for you at home.
exactly. Does anyone else have anything for city council reports and updates? I will say two Tuesdays ago, we had our I-94 chamber event that led you guys would be attending. Adam and I, Audra and Heidi attended that the Tuesday after our last city council meeting. It was great to showcase the city. It was the sold out attendance at Rockwoods. So, a lot of good things happening in other communities too. Nice event. You do a really good job putting that on.
Madam President?
Yes.
I
I'm not
attended-
the president at this meeting.
Oh. So I attended the League of Minnesota City training this last weekend down in Mankato. It was very educational. I did appreciate it.
Great.
It was a wonderful opportunity to understand the risk involved in
Mhm.
being in the state, and what the city is taking on somebody like me. So I appreciate the opportunity to get educated and met some wonderful people. Actually bumped into I'm trying to remember his name from Monticello, a new council member. And for the most part, it was, Southern state attendees. But very, very beneficial. I found it extremely helpful to understand the different scenarios. And then there was some really good that kind of talked about different engagement strategies between West St. Paul and St. Peter and Carver, city of Carver. So that was really interesting, and shared some of my comments with Adam, or takeaways and stuff with Adam from that.
Glad you got to go. It's
Yeah,
it
they're
is-
awesome.
yeah, they're very good. Three of us are attending in 2 weeks.
Yep,
Mhm.
and Plymouth, right?
Yep.
Madam, yeah, Madam Mayor.
Yes, Corey.
I had spoke with, Chad, the Wright County, streets.
Highway.
Yeah, engineer.
Mhm.
And he had mentioned, I think, that there was gonna be an open house coming up for, on the 18th. Is that
And
right?
next Tuesday.
In Albertville,
Yes.
to discuss the road construction.
The virtual is tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You should have gotten a little postcard in the mail,
Is it,
and we got it via email.
Mayor, the postcards only went to the people on west side, basically either side of McIver.
That's what I was wondering, like a certain radius.
I was like, I did not get a phone.
I did.
There is
But
also,
I am on the east side.
there's also information linked on the city's website to the Wright County page that was set up. So
Is it limited to just that radius or can,
I plan to attend on the
it's a
18th.
public open.
from what he told me, it was proposing 2 roundabouts, one at McIver and one at, is it Marks?
Mayor,
That's-
there's roundabouts at the 2 exit
5.
ramps from 94, one at Lyman Avenue, which is where you turn to go to Emma Crumby's, McIver Avenue, McIver and Marlowe, which would be a city roundabout. So 5.
Just for this year, I think.
Well, 3 will be built this year.
Yeah.
The last 2 on the interchange bridge would be built in 2026.
And there's a lot of questions about Costco and like we talked about before, was working closely with.
Yeah, Mayor Costco's planning on starting work as soon as possible this spring, so you'll see trucks moving. They've signed their development agreement, the final plat, it's in the process of being recorded.
Good deal. Thank you.
All right, does anyone else have anything for city council reports and updates? All right, moving on to staff reports and updates. Adam,
Mayor, council, city offices will be closed next Monday, February 17th for the President's Day holiday. This coming Friday, I will be conducting a session here in the chambers. The Leadership Elk River Group, which is a subchapter of the Elk River Chamber of Commerce. So we'll be doing a presentation for 15 to 20 people that are interested in gaining leadership, skills, learning more about government, and from here they'll go visit other cities in Elk River and also usually make a stop at Sherburne County Government Center as well. So doing that Friday morning. No additional updates.
thank you for doing that for them.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Audra,
that's awesome.
Thank you, Mayor. This Thursday, just to remind everyone, we have our advisory commission interviews and there are 13 interviews scheduled.
and we're doing that up front.
Yes, fireside.
Okay.
Here at Gray Center.
What's the time limit? We give 15 minutes for each interview.
15 minutes between each one, so hopefully it takes maybe 10 minutes and you can discuss the applicants. Allowing for a little time in between.
We usually, Michelle, we each take questions, each of us, and ask them to the.
We'll determine that Thursday, yeah, and wherever we sit. And
Yeah.
take the same questions. Right, thank you.
That's all I had.
Dave,
I have no updates. Thank you, Mayor.
okay? Dan,
Mayor, no up.
Ron,
Next council meeting, we'll have a trunk water main before you for plan approval. It's Odine Avenue from CASA 38 north to 77th Street to provide another loop and harbor node for the city.
perfect. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right, if no one else has anything, then a motion to adjourn would be in order. Motion by Tina, seconded by Corey. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Meeting is ended. Thank you all for attending.